think we're going to have to turn back, don't you?
Roger that, we turn back.
Position. I'm turning seaward.
Okay, I'm turning landward.
This was a wise decision. Time was November 3rd, 2019. Two airplanes from Parakai West Auckland Airport, Echo Victor Echo, Eve, carrying me and Francois Baez, and Tango Zulu Sierra, piloted by John Crone, were heading southwest, following the coast from Hokitika to Haast. Our plan was to travel through the Haast Pass to our destination Wanaka. The lowering cloud base that we encountered 12 nautical miles from Hokitika convinced us to turn back.
Yeah, look at this is bad. Yeah.
Here we have a selfie of myself with flying colleague Francois Baez in the cockpit of Eve. This was taken at a more relaxed time. And here is Eve, Echo Victor Echo, 12 nautical miles southwest of Hokitika. Eve is a Tecnam Sierra Mark II powered by a Rotax 912 100 horsepower engine. This photo was taken by John in Tango Zulu Sierra just before we turned around. And here is a photo of John's Tecnam Sierra taken a couple of days earlier in friendlier weather. John's plane has a retractable undercarriage and a variable pitch propeller. He can travel about 10 knots faster than us. 2 days earlier, on Friday, November 1st, for our first leg, we flew from Parakai West Auckland Airport along the western side of the North Island down to Wanganui. We stopped there, had some lunch at their great little restaurant, gassed up the airplanes. For leg 2, we continued on down towards Paraparaumu, but before we got there, we turned right to head out across the strait. The most memorable part of this trip was passing over Kapiti Island. What a wild place this is. Lots of seals and a few great white sharks down there. Glad we are up here. We carried on across the strait towards the Marlborough Sounds and Motueka. This lies at the northwestern tip of the South Island near Nelson. There we stayed the night. I've speeded up this video just to save some time. So we have a good look at Kapiti Island, and then we'll head on westward over to Motueka and via the Marlborough Sounds. On November 2nd, we departed in the morning for Hokitika, and on the way we followed the Buller River. Here we are coming up to Murchison. Off the port side wing, we see the Matakitaki River merging with the Buller River. We carried on to Hokitika, where we spent the night. And this brings us back to our predicament. The morning of November 3rd, returning to Hokitika after a failed attempt to travel south. We landed and made some new plans.
Yeah, I think we did the right thing. Fully agree.
Moving forward a few minutes, we're now at our second landing in Hokitika. The second landing in 24 hours.
Hokitika traffic, Echo Victor Echo is finals 2-1 full stop.
We're landing runway 21, facing southwesterly. On the other side of the airport is the town.
Well, that's been our West Coast lesson today.
The weather was a lot better to the north and east. Looking towards the east, we could see the Alps. Some locals at Hokitika helped us to gas up the plains for a slightly longer trip from Hokitika northeast to Arthur's Pass, where we could cross to the other side and head south to Wanaka. I've substantially speeded up the video so we can get a sweeping and fast view of Hokitika from the air. So we turn around 180 degrees and head eastward towards Arthur's Pass. We're going to skip forward in time, about a quarter of an hour, to where we are about to enter Arthur's Pass. We've been flying over the Taramacau River. which flows into the Tasman Sea behind us. On our left is Mount Alexander. And we're coming up to the junction with Arthur's Pass, where the Taramacau River meets the Otira River.
So now we'll go around down that valley over there.
Okay.
It's good to have him in front, leading the way.
I know.
Much easier.
That's really good.
We are led by John in Tecnam Sierra, who is a couple of miles ahead. We're about to turn right into Arthur's Pass while flying over the Otira River.
Thank you. That'll be a great one for the...
I'll go back on the other side now. So we're going to speed.
You're not too bad. You're a little bit faster than us. We're going that way?
Roger, Lena.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Soon we will pass over the town of Otira, and a bit ahead of us is the town of Arthur's Pass.
Otira River below us.
Yeah. This is definitely parachute country.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm referring to the ballistic parachute that pops out the back when I pull a lever.
We want you in there.
Yep.
Pretty tight.
Bloody tight.
Looking to our left, we see the Deception River that feeds into the Otira River.
Stay as close as you can. Safely on the one side.
Yeah, okay.
Go on the other side, try and get out of the turbulence.
Okay.
We were desperately trying to avoid the turbulence. Given that the wind was from the west, it could be argued that the best place to be was on the eastern side of the pass, where the wind would be rising up as it encountered the rising mountain slopes. However, you are also at the mercy of the turbulence associated with downdrafts from the other side. We tried to pick our way through by following John's lead. And we come to a fork. On the left is the Beely River. On the right is the Rolleston River. And towering over everything in the distance is Mount Rolleston. The larger Rolleston River valley looks like the way through. But it's not. We need to go left along the Beely River on our way through the pass.
Tango Zulu Sierra, Otira, 4,200, tracking east through the pass.
Yeah, okay. Around to there?
Yep.
And in the middle of the shot, above is some wave cloud. Beautiful to behold, but a bit of a warning that there's a lot of wind and lots of turbulence.
Arthur's Pass traffic, Ecovic Traco is Otira, 4,200 feet, tracking through the pass.
Oops, I should have said which direction through the pass.
This is about the worst part, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
In terms of wild country. Yeah, I can see the highway down there.
Soon we'll be passing over Arthur's Pass. As we get really close to the town of Arthur's Pass, we pass several big waterfalls on our left side. And to the left of us is the Devil's Punch Bowl waterfall. Water is falling 131 meters. And right ahead of us is the town of Arthur's Pass. And from here, the turbulence in the pass gets worse.
Pull up.
And I try the other, I try the left-hand side now. Seems to be a bit rough on the right.
Yep, I agree.
Hit it. It's rough, all right. Well, I'll stay where he's going.
It's opening up in the front. This is the worst part.
The worst part?
Yeah.
Well, nothing's flipped him over yet. Whoa! Bloody hell.
Might want to go more left.
More left, yeah.
Right, your seatbelt.
Not steep, slow.
He's getting it too. Don't want to go very fast in this.
No, that's good. Just keep the control. Just fly the plane.
I'm deliberately going slow, John.
Okay.
And we're finally through the pass.
That was exciting.
Yeah, we're well through now. Hopefully it'll calm down.
I hope so. The railway track down there. Whoa. Whoa.
A little bit later and over the Wanaka River, it gets a whole lot worse. Check out this video from Francois' handheld camera.
I'm sweating.
You've been eating too much.
I'm going to put up the speed on now.
I was just going to say, check your speed.
We got to do some climbing.
Look up man side.
You're right in the sight.
Safely through the pass, we can now look out to our side and enjoy the subtle beauty of mountain wave cloud. And now we fly in relative tranquility on the eastern side of the South Island as we make our way down to Wanaka. Here we are at Wanaka, gassing up the planes. Then we went out for a feed. I'm on the left, John's on the right, and Francois is behind the lens. A good end to a day. That could have ended quite differently if we carried on down the west coast to Haast.